Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further. Hi everyone, so today what we're having a look at is short division by two digits. Now, usually if you've got a two-digit division, what you would do is you're doing a long division method. But what I would usually say to the children that I've taught, or the classes that I've taught, is that actually if the number that you're dividing by is between 11 and 25, I would normally say actually it's probably quicker and easier to do it this way, because otherwise if you end up with this then you'd just be taking so many lots off that it go all the way down your page and you're much more likely to make a mistake there like that. So what I would say is if your number is between 11 and 25, maybe just keep it as a short division, okay? So let's have a look at an example of what I mean here. So if we've got 2,348 divided by 21, let's check this method again. Set up your short division method, write out your first 5 multiples of what you're divided by, and then we would use the usual short division method, only rather than dividing by one digit, this time we're dividing by 2. So let's just start off by setting up our short division method. 2,348 goes inside, and then we're dividing it by 21, which goes on the outside, okay? Let me just check that that looks right. Yep, all right, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out my first 5 multiples of what I'm dividing by. So I'm dividing by 21. Now I don't necessarily know my 21 times tables, but all it is repeated addition, isn't it? So what I would do is do 21, and then I'd add 21. I'm going to add 2 in the tens and 1 in the ones. So that's going to be 42. 2 in the tens, 1 in the ones, that's going to be 63. 2 in the tens, 1 in the ones, and then 2 in the tens is going to give me 105 and 1 in the ones if it would have added like that. Okay, first 5 lots. I may have to use more than that, but we'll see when we get up to it. There's no point in writing them all out, just in case we don't need them. Okay, so to start with, how many times does 21 go into 2? Now we didn't know that this is a 2-digit number and this is only 1 digit, so that's never going to happen, is it? So 21 is not going to be able to go into this one single digit. So it goes in 0 times, but then we have to carry the 2. It went in 0 times, but we had 2 left to carry over. So then it becomes 23 in our next column. Now we have to ask, how many times can 21 go into 23? Well, 21 is smaller than 23. So because 21 is smaller than 23, 21 can fit into 23. And one lot of 21 would fit into 23 because we can see that there. So one lot of 21 fits into 23. Then we'd have to think, right, what do I have to add to 21 to get to 23? 22, 23. So I'd have to add 2 more. So what I would do is I would carry 2 over. I had 1 whole lot and then I had 2 remaining, so I've now carried the remainder 2 to make this 24. Now I ask myself again, how many lots of 21 would go into 24? Well, 1 lot of 21 will go into 24 again, wouldn't it? Because 21 is smaller than 24. We have to stop at 21 because we can't go to 42 because that's too much. We've only got 24. So 1 lot of 21 goes into 24. Now we have to say, right, okay, we've stopped at 21. What do we have to add to 21 to get to 24? 22, 23, 24. I've added 3 more. So now that's what we carry over to our next column. Okay? Now it becomes, how many lots of 21 go into 38? So again, when we're doing this, we've stopped at 1 lot of 21. 21 is smaller than 38, but we've stopped at 1 lot of 21. But we've stopped at 21. Now we have to think, what do I have to add to 21 to get to 38? Now, I could carry on adding up 22, 23, 24 like that. Or I can find the difference. 38, take away 21. It's going to give me 8 take away 1 is 7, 3 take away 2 is 1. So my remainder would be 17. I would have 17 left over. So 2,348 divided by 21 would give me 111, remainder 17, like that. Okay, let's have a look at this question, which again looks incredibly tough, but actually when we're using our method, we might find it's not quite so bad. So let's put the follow the steps. The first step says set up your short division method. So we've got 7,179 inside the method, and then 24 on the outside. Again, it's less than 25, so we are able to use this, okay? So, the next step, write out the first 5 multiples of what you're dividing by. I'm dividing by 24, aren't I? So I'm going to write out 24, 48, and then I might go, okay, right, I could add 24 to 48 in a column, or I could do, right, I'm going to add 4 in my ones column. 48 add 4 is going to get me to 52. Then I'm going to add 2 in my tens column. 2 tens add 5 tens is going to get me to 7, so it would be 72. And again, you just carry on going like that, right? I'm going to add 4 in the ones, which is going to take me to 6, and I'm going to add 2 in the tens, which is going to take me to 9. I'm going to add 4 in the ones, which is going to take me to 10, isn't it? So then when I add my 2 tens, I need to think, okay, and I need to add 1 more as well. So that's going to take me to 120. Only the first 5 lots again, and then let's see if we need to add more on in the future. Okay, can 24 go into 7? No, 24 is a 2-digit number, 7 is a 1-digit number. So it's not going to be possible. So 24 couldn't go into 7. When in 0 times, we have 7 remaining. So now our remainder is 7, and that's become 71 in the next column. How many times can 24 go into 71? This is where this can become a little bit tricky, okay? So 24 goes into 71 once, twice, but it can't go up to 72 because 72 is bigger than 71. So you have to stop here at 48. 2 full lots, but that means that I need to get to 72. I only had 71, so I had 1 less. So I'm going to add 1 less than 24. I'm going to only have had, so I'm going to now have 23 remaining. So my remainder is going to be 23. So what I would do is I would write it in like this. 23 is my remainder, and now see how this number has become 237. So we've got our 2 in here, our 3 there, and our 7. So it's become 237, which is an incredibly large number to be able to see what fits into it basically. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to carry on with writing down my lots of 24, sticking to the same method I was doing before. Add 4 in the ones, add 2 in the tens, okay? So it's going to be 144, add 4 in the ones, it's going to be 8, add 2 in the tens, 168. Now I'm going to have to find myself some more space. This happens sometimes, even in your books, I imagine. You just have to find yourself some more space. I've got some space down here, so I'm going to use that, okay? So 168 add 4 is going to be, 8 add 4 is going to take me to 172. 172 add 2 tens is going to take me to 192. 192 add 24. 2 add 4 is going to give me 6. 9 add 2 is going to give me 11. So 1 down, carry the 1, and that would make it 216. Now I think I might need another one as well. So 216 add 24. I'm going to say 6 add 4 is going to give me 10. Carry the 1. 1 add 2 is going to give me 3. Add the 1 that I was carrying is going to give me 4. And then 240. So 240, you would think that would be 10 lots. Let's just check it, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lots. It is 10 lots. So we can't go to 240. We're going to have to stop here at 216. So we know this was 10 lots, so this is going to have to be 9 lots. And now again, I had 237, so there's 2 ways I can do it. I can say what I've got left over here, or I can say, right, I've stopped at 216, I had 237, 237, take away 216. 7 take away 6 is 1, 3 take away 1 is 2, 2 take away 2 is 0, so that gives me a remainder of 21. 21 goes there like that, and this becomes 219. How many times can 24 go into 219? Let's check. Well, I can see 216 here, where we stopped before. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lots. So 9 lots of 24, and I've stopped at 216. What do I have to add to 216 to get to 219? 217, 218, 219. So my remainder would be 3, okay? So for that question, as complicated and complex as it is, we can still get to an answer. So the answer would be 299, remainder 3. Very complex answer, that's a very complex question. But really well done if you were able to follow that method. Remember, stick to the parts of the method there, set up your short division method, write out your first 5 multiples, and then just keep following the steps like that.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill, or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.